I was tired of taking medication. It was a burden. I'm so sorry for those who have to take medication in their lifetime. It's normally a burden.
Yeah.
But how do you do? I knew where to run to. I ran to God. I told him it is heavy. It is heavy. And I'm now looking back and I'm saying, oh, that was the last time I prayed about that issue, and I was given rest. I was given rest that I go for my medication on time. I take my injection. I don't feel like I need to leave them, and I don't feel the heaviness anymore. He took away that burden. I remember at that time, mom, my mother, God is good because my mom, she walks with me. She knows she just feels the journey with me. I think that's where mothers, you are reconnected. She felt and she introduced me to her. She told me, call this guy. I met another gentleman. I call him my burden bearer because he was there. He would tell me, where do you want us to meet? I'll come to where you are. From where we left off.
Hi, everybody.
Hi guys.
Hey, baby.
Hi.
Mambo.
Poa.
Kwa aje.
Mga fiti.
Ufiri. Yeah, we're back. Like we never left.
Yeah.
We're back with the bang.
Tuko hapa.
Tuko hapa. So we shared some deep stuff last week.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah, you really opened up and shared your journey, your story.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
Nice. It's therapeutic on its own, as we normally say.
Yeah.
Once you share most of the intimate parts of your life, you encourage somebody, you give a note that somebody had not noted. It's a planning place, as well as even myself. I just find myself, it's becoming easier burden for myself.
Were you stigmatized? No. Hi, everybody. By the way, we are Annie and Brian, Rukenya. Subscribe, share, comment, like, go last week and watch. And so we are continuing with our conversation.
Yeah. There was no stigma.
There was no stigma.
I think either there was no stigma or myself, I chose not to. Just
pay attention.
Yeah. I don't know. One incident, I know there's somebody who just walked away, and I was like, oh, it's my situation.
What do you mean walked away?
They just, I was in their shop and they didn't even say hi. Somebody who I've been knowing, and they just opened the counter and they walked away.
They didn't want to talk to you?
No, they don't.
You were in the relapse?
Yeah, I was in the relapse. Yeah.
So you opened up, maybe somebody who is watching us for the first time, you are sharing how you got into depression.
Yeah.
And it was drug-induced, is it called there?
Yeah.
Drug-induced depression, and so you were diagnosed with mild schizophrenia.
Yes, this is what the older doctor, the second, I saw a first doctor, then I went to a second one.
Yeah.
He's the one who picked that up.
The first one had given you which diagnosis?
No, at that time it was still pretty early in the stage, so we're not even going to a point where she now gave us what he was treating. He had admitted me into his rehab, but he didn't say what he was treating.
What it was, okay.
So now this one has come in, and the new one, the older doctor, has picked it up as schizophrenia. Could see sometimes his note somewhere in my file is written gift. I don't know what that meant. So I mean, they was just working with him. He tried many drugs on me. One time he tried withdrawing the drugs, thinking, seeing if I'm ready to withdraw from drugs, and it went for 4 weeks. I was okay, and then I relapsed. Now he sat with me, as you're saying, people might be on diabetic drugs or blood pressure. He sat with me and told me, now with my wife and my late wife, and told us, okay, this is the situation. Even my mom had to be cancelled on that, my dad also. He took out from his pocket some tablets and told me he's on those tablets for sugar. And he has to take it without fail. So he said, Brian also, you're also in that same situation. You'll have a tablet for your rest of your life. Yeah, just a maintenance drug. So be ready for that. I've accepted, for him, he's accepted the sugar one. I should also learn to pick that up from,
And accept.
that and be
Yeah.
on medication for a pretty long time.
So now, before we talk
Yeah.
about how we met and how you had relapsed
Yeah.
when we were still seeing each other, like
Yeah.
we were very early in our relationship,
Yeah.
and how I reacted and how we are here right now.
Yeah.
Before we get there,
Yeah.
this thought is running away. What did I want to say? The thought is disappearing. Yes, it's come back. I wanted to ask about being on medication, long-term medication, and faith.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we preach, we believe in the word, we believe in healing.
So yeah, that journey has been interesting.
Yeah.
Faith and medicine taking.
Yeah.
Of course, I've tried faith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've jumped upon faith and I've stopped my medication on my own. Yeah. And it will always end up badly because there will always be relapse. And anyone who would see something in the dust. People know me. Are you taking a medication? Some are up front. I don't take. Why? I believe I'm healed. But now they're seeing something is happening.
Yeah.
You can tell they can tell there's a reaction to that. Of course, depression drugs and mental illness drugs, you cannot stop. Okay, let's say God is faithful.
Yeah.
He could allow you to stop and that's it. But there'll always be withdrawal. You find because it's mental.
It's the brain.
It's a brain.
Yeah.
There'll always be withdrawals. Either you start having nightmares, you start losing words, you start forgetting, you start all that. Yes, so there's withdrawal. And it's even in the pack, you can read the pack, it says don't withdraw suddenly. It has to be a progress.
A process.
A process. You have to introduce another drug to counter the effects. You see?
It's a process.
It's a process.
And the doctor did that with you the first time.
The first time.
Okay, so now when you're withdrawing, you're using the word. We're not saying the word is not, we don't want to say the word doesn't work.
Yes.
And I think this is something that we will talk about more.
Yeah.
Because we want to, I don't want to, you see, I'm a preacher.
Yeah, I get you.
I'm a preacher, I'm a pastor, and I tell people, I tell people the word works. You believe in the word, meditate on the word. You should watch me preaching. I preach the whole out, the roof up.
Yeah.
So basically, there's that place of renewing our minds and creating new neurotransmitters with the word and rehearsing the word and thinking new thoughts, good thoughts. So this is a brain-mind issue.
Yes.
And have you tried that?
No.
option?
So this I tried when I was still not mind renewed.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a matter of we discussed. You met me for the first time, and you're like, "No, you can't stop this medication. Is it a must to take it?" So we try. Can we try? And we try. You don't know me from where I've come from. At the point where you don't know where I am at in my spirituality.
Yeah.
So I've not even renewed my mind in that area. Yeah, I know. I tried the last time I tried withdrawing on my own. I really went a long stretch, and that's when we were meeting.
That's when we were
Yeah, that's
meeting.
when we were meeting.
Because I remember when we met, you told me.
that I'm
You
off.
told me your history, what happened when you were away in college, and you gave me the whole story.
Yeah.
And you told me that you believe, you have faith, and you believe it. So you are not on medication.
No.
I think it had been about 4 months.
Yes,
By
yes,
the
yes.
3-4 months,
Yes,
you had been off the
Yes,
medication,
yes,
and you were believing that
Yeah.
you were healed.
Yeah.
So how was that particular episode triggered of your healing journey? Well, believing now that you're healed.
So now, what I did was I'd learned a lot about the withdrawal symptoms. So I was anticipating them. So I anticipated that they'll start, and I know if they start, it's only a symptom. It's not a sickness. It's a symptom. So when they start coming, I would say, no, it's just a symptom. I would fight it and say, it's just a symptom. Yes, it's meant to come because the medication have stopped. So it will only last until when it stops. You get? I had that patient. I knew I'd have that patience. Yeah, but of course, to people who I'm interacting with, it didn't go well. My younger brother was traumatized. Yeah, it traumatized him. Yeah, to a point when he was crying, telling me, "Doctor, just go back to your medication." Yeah, he told the doctor I was driving so slow on the road. I'm driving slowly. Can I imagine? He learns that I was out of medication and I'm driving them with the children, his family, the
and
child.
his wife was
And
expectant.
no, she expected she going to have a baby yet.
Not
expectant.
yet.
Yeah, so it traumatized him. Yeah, so yeah, sometimes as patients, we should consider those whom we are with. Yeah, yeah. So me, I was sure I'll beat it. Yeah, but looking back, where I was somewhere bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some things I did even when I was driving. I was saying that was me, and I was driving.
So God has really preserved you.
Yes,
So you were telling me you would even drive at night and you're driving over the pavement. Is there a time you drove on the wrong side?
Yeah.
So what is your mind telling you at that point?
My mind is I'm meditating on things like that time I was thinking, because at that time I had one of my dreams in life is to become a motor inventor. I think I can. I dream of a company, me building my own fleet of cars with my own signature. Another dream I have is also a plastic industry where I do. And I sat with one of our manager, credit manager in Equity Bank, and I told him my dream. I want to be a car manufacturer. And he listened to me and saying the dreams are valid. So I was imagining now I'm in this car, I'm driving my car, and I'm thinking, how should my car react?
Okay.
That's where I am at. So I'm imagining this is my car. My mind is crazy.
So you're not seeing like you're on the road at that point?
I'm on the road, yes. I'm seeing on the road, but I'm insisting that it has to go how I am supposed to go. What I'm thinking should happen to the car.
Like driving over the pavement?
No, driving, letting go of the steering.
So you would let go, and you're waiting for it to drive itself?
Yes. Crazy. So, and I'm on the road. Lucky too, Yani. It's God. So thinking that, I always think backwards. I'm saying, what? No way, bro. No way. Yeah. So these are things which, to me, they're not reality, but to me, they're reality at the point.
Yeah, that's the thing with mental illnesses. That everything that person is going through is normal to them.
Yes.
Even when someone is seeing things, hearing voices, those voices are real to them.
Yeah.
The nightmares, they are real. It's just that, it's a disorder that is causing all these reactions and all these things. So the place of faith. So what right now, where are you at when it comes to what have you?
Now I with that period I still go to church and I was listening a lot to scripture. And I remember something, just an impression in my spirit that God tells me He'll heal me, not necessarily by me leaving medication, but He'll heal me. And I remember that came into my mind and I shouted. I'm the only one who said amen in that service at that point.
So there's someone is going on. Yes. You're here. It's the preacher speaking, or
no? It's an impression in the spirit.
Okay.
Yes, in the spirit. That not necessarily you leaving drugs will heal you, but not you necessarily leaving drugs. Yeah. And so I said amen to that, and I said as long as it will take, I'll be on medication. Yes. So we continued, and then until now, the last one was I was so over. I was tired of taking medication. It was a burden. I'm so sorry for those who have to take medication in their lifetime. It's normally a burden.
Yeah.
But how do you do? I knew where to run to. I ran to God. I told him it is heavy. It is heavy. And I'm now looking back and I'm saying, oh, that was the last time I prayed about that issue, and I was given rest. I was given rest that I go for my medication on time. I take my injection. I don't feel like I need to leave them. And I don't feel the heaviness anymore. He took away that burden. I remember at that time, mom, my mother, God is good, because my mom, she walks with me. She knows she just feels the journey with me. I think that's where mothers, you are connected. She felt and she introduced me to her. She told me, call this guy. I met another gentleman. I call him my burden bearer because he was there. He would tell me, where do you want us to meet? I'll come to where you are. And we sit, and he tells me, he smiles and he's like, tell me. And I start talking whatever is in my mind. And he looks at me and he notices I'm uneasy. He asks me, do I move this? Is it okay? I tell him, yeah. He moves it. Is it okay now? And I'm like, yes, it's okay. And I'm seeing the guy, he himself has been to rehab before. He's been an addict of alcohol. Yeah, but I called him my burden bearer. He made it easy for me.
Yeah.
And I remember my prayer. I told God it's heavy. He would do that and tells me it's okay. And we'd sit there for 2 hours. And he listens to whatever I'm saying. And he picks it up and continues the conversation. He makes it into a conversation. I remember me talking to him about how the versions of Bible. I remember because I just met our pastor and he was talking about NIV and the problem about NIV. But me, I had already started thinking in another way that the Bible was not written with the numbers are not in the original.
Yeah.
They don't even have chapter what verse what, the original. It's one scroll.
Yeah.
And that's why I picked it up from there and I said, I can read my Bible that way. And it doesn't matter which version, therefore, if I read it that way. The versions is really irrelevant. And he'd listen and he'd tell, and he'd continue that conversation. I remember it was that time of wearing masks and people just started stop wearing masks. And I would be thinking, let me put on my mask. And he comes wearing a mask. And we room and tells me, take out your mask. And we start talking. And I don't know, it was just that time. Because from there on, he told me, don't even feel it's a must we meet. Even if you want to call just for a phone call, I'll take it. To date, he must know what he did.
Yeah.
Because I know wherever he is, he sends me every day a scripture to scriptures, and that's what I post every day on my status. And he's always up by 3. First he's posting, the other one at 5 a.m. I don't know when he sleeps. But I call him my burden bearer because he was in that period and he's faded away from my life. He don't talk. It's just that connection of the scriptures.
Yeah.
I was able to navigate out of that period of relapse. It was sort of a relapse, I'd say.
Yeah.
But I was still on my medication.
So no, you were taken back. No, when you're meeting him, we were together already.
Yes.
We were already like seeing each other.
Yes.
Because your relapse happened soon after.
Yeah. That time my wife passed on. No. When I was doing my custody battles, it was heavy on me.
It was heavy.
Yeah. So I went to live. I moved into my kid brother's house with his wife. Beautiful people. And then you visited me there.
Yeah. So we have already met. I think we've spoken about how we met so many times.
Yeah.
And then, receiving this phone call. So this day I'm calling you and you're not picking. We had been used to meeting up almost every day, talking on the phone. So I call you this day and you're not picking the phone.
I'd given, when I get to that position,
You give out.
I'm okay with whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So they are like, let's keep your phone. Yeah, take it.
So they took your phone and me, I'm calling. Nobody's picking. And then I think somehow, I don't know how I had your brother's phone number. Or did they call me?
Some master, I can't remember.
Either you had used my phone to text them or you had given me, but I had their number somehow. Your
elder brother,
younger.
brother.
I had his phone number. So I called him and he told me that you're not feeling well. Is that what happened? Either that or I received a phone call and I was told. Yeah, I received a phone call and I was told, I was asked whether you had told me about your condition, that you were taking medication, and they explained to me that you had stopped taking medication and you're now on a relapse. And I was like, I remember by that time I had not yet like decided. We were still talking, going out, and you had already asked.
And of course, there was even fireworks from my family.
Yeah. So I know they it was
our.
Plus, you had started working. Let me go back a bit.
I had.
Yeah. Because when we go back to talk about it, we realized there was a lot of pressure. Pressure coming from a new job.
Yeah. Yes.
You've just joined this company, insurance company. You have to sell insurance, it's a new product, and you're studying.
Yes.
Because you were attending some training.
Yeah, it was training. Yeah, of course, insurance have to go through training to learn about the products.
Yes. So you were going through the training. You have met this lady who has children. What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? So that was an issue. And I think also the issue now with the custody.
Yeah.
So there were things that, you were handling, and I think they were weighing down on you.
Yeah.
And so I received this phone call and I'm being told, has Brian told you his condition? And I'm like, hey, he has. So I was told that you've gone into a relapse and you cannot talk. I'm like, what? You cannot
But
talk.
that was a mild one. There were crazier ones. Not like that one where I could not even read.
But when I came to you, when I came to see you...
I'm just telling you. You came, you found me.
No, but you were even brought to me. Like they were holding you.
No,
You're not even working.
Forget about that. That was.
So what I've seen is
course, I was in medication, so of course they're holding me thinking I might fall. Not that I was falling.
Yeah.
But that was mild. Me, I was happy when to see you. I had feelings.
So you remember?
Yes, I was happy, and I had so much to tell you because I had my mind was all about prophecies and all that. That was where my mind was.
You were listening to a lot of John Carson, the Book of Revelation, I think.
I can't remember what I was listening to, but I was even feeling that I was being called into the prophetic ministry, a lot of that. Yeah. So I was waiting for you. I knew you'll come soon, and you're the only person who understood my spiritual
side.
Yeah.
So I come to you and I'm looking at you. You can't. So you were just looking at me smiling.
Yes, I was so happy.
And I'm like,
I knew what I was feeling. And I knew I didn't have a pressure to speak up.
Yeah.
I knew I will sit there and when the words come, I'll say. I was not even pushing myself to talk.
Yeah. You were not pushing to talk. So I'm there looking at you.
For you, it was not the best.
Well, it was new. It's new.
It was new.
Yeah, it's new. I've never
You really want to hear what is...
I want to hear something. I want to hear you say something. Yeah. But then again, you're not saying anything. Yeah. So now I'm talking to your sister-in-law, asking, now my sister-in-law, what's happening? Is he eating? Is he able to drink something? I'm just asking lots of questions. And, she's bubbly. She's like, oh, yeah, he's okay. Yeah, Brian. Yeah. I'm like, wait, huh? Yeah. So I think she's been on the show. She's bubbly and I'm like, wow, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I came to saw you a few times and then I went away. I went away and we were not talking so much because again you're not talking.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so why did I decide to continue? I don't know. I think when I had, I don't know, that phone call, the questions and just seeing, because I was asked, are you sure? Are you sure you want to be with him? And this is what can happen again. I was like, I know you, like, I know you.
Yeah.
Like, this is not the first time I'm meeting you now here in this condition. Like, I know you without being here. So I know your heart, I know your mind. I know the true person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know the true person, and that is what gave me comfort. Like, I know the true person, even if there is this challenge. So I was made to understand that as long as you take your medication, and you had told me, like, as long as you take your medication, and you were okay, like, and it's not like you're manic. Is it manic or
Yeah,
maniac?
not panic.
Yeah, you are. It's just that the medication just makes you calm down. You're quiet, or when the
Relapse.
relapse happens, your speech is not straightforward,
Yes.
and then you are sometimes speechless. What do you call it? Poverty of speech.
Yeah.
Poverty of speech, mixed thoughts.
Yeah.
You will have nightmares, and I mean, it's not like you're harmful. It's not like I'm in danger or anything. It's just a condition, and it's being managed. Yeah, it's being managed. And I think why we thought, it's something we should talk about, because we also need to encourage people.
Yeah.
Probably
There's someone, of course, who's going through. Well, they're with someone. I met when, so that you know my journey. In the process of all that, I took my friend, a family friend, and the dad has a similar condition, but his is now schizophrenic, and he was very deep in it. His was severe, and I told him, bro, let's look for a society of these guys, and we got a society, SK, Schizophrenia Society of Kenya. They used to meet in Pond, Karen, and we joined that society. And I remember I joined there and I found people who are not schizophrenic.
yeah.
Somebody who's, yes, even washing is problem. The clothes are just the way they are. And they hear voices and they laugh at whatever they're laughing. You don't know what they're laughing at. They're seated next to you. Then he hears this one, even I was they planned for him and he got a wife, but the wife left. So that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So this one, he's very good in art. These people are very talented.
Yeah.
They express themselves in art and such things. This one is very good in art. Had a wife. We don't know, but they're struggling. So yes, people get married, and especially marriages that are planned. Yeah, they get for them a wife from somewhere to come and live with them. So you find they would look at me and I'm clean shaven. I'm driving, I'm clean. And then I remember one lady told me, and she's related to me in a way. She told me, which schizophrenia are you? I told her, yeah, I'm diagnosed mild, but I should be a kudna. There's no way. She left the US long time ago, but she's still hanging over, have that hangover. She's dressing in boots, dirty jeans, and she's a mother. She's a woman, a old woman, white hair, and she's just held her hair behind like this. So yes, you could tell she has a condition. Yeah. So she's telling me no, not one of us. And I told her that's it. But I remember meeting my new doctor, and when now when told my late wife to admit me, and said a new treatment on me, he changed the diagnosis. Yeah, he told me, I'm treating you for mood disorder. What sound like, what are you telling me? Yeah. So I told that to my mom, and my mom was like, she was like, she's a medic.
Yeah.
She told me, I knew it. I knew it. You are never schizophrenic. You are never schizophrenic.
Yeah, schizophrenia is a bit different from what you show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Schizophrenia, I met schizophrenic. So for schizophrenia, we'll be seated here and they look at the light and they start running away.
Yeah.
That this light is telling him you what and what.
Yeah.
And so this person is somebody who's presenting like a multiple or something, or they're reacting to something which is not real, it's not there.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've never had those incidents where I'm fearful. I'm hearing that I'm being told to do things I'm not doing.
So you don't hear voices much. You hear, but not much.
What kind of voices do I hear? I can't even tell you what in a structural thing I hear.
Okay.
That this structure, I had this. I never hear that. When I'm off my medication, my meditation is what would be skewed.
Your thoughts now.
My thoughts, yes. What I'm thinking about be skewed and I'll think in a different direction that is not reality. But for me to hear a voice, no.
No.
I would be meditating. Maybe I'll be listening to something, and then something drops into my spirit because I know I'm spiritual, and so something will drop into my spirit. I just hear a confirmation, maybe, or something.
Yeah.
But not necessarily that. Yeah, what's up? Your voice. No, no, I don't. So yeah, mood disorder is interesting because I now Googled to see what not Googled. I know that when I go for my reviews, there are books at the shelf on the doctor's table.
Yeah.
I took one. I was reading between mood disorder, bipolar, hemitis, and all that. Bipolar. So mood disorder is slightly in the angle of bipolar, but bipolar is different. What differentiates bipolar from mood disorder is that bipolar you'll have two highs, and you'll have a high and a low. So the mood has a high and a low. So one is excitement, one is depression. One is excitement, one is yes, you're in depression. So the bipolar would be you are excited, and you have 3, 4, 5 of them following each other. Then when you go deep down, you go to depression. You're depressed another 4, 5. So it's not really wavy. It's it's like blocks. So you have highs of the same manner and lows of the same manner following each other. Whereas mood disorder is today you have excitement, the next one will be at low, and then not a low, another one will be you keep up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
So the mood disorder, that's what you call a mood disorder. It differentiates from bipolar because bipolar, now you find this person, you don't know why suddenly you are laughing at them, then suddenly they just burst out into an anger, and they'll continue like that for hours. But for mood disorder, I can even tell myself, hey, you've been too super excited. Then you find yourself now you've calmed down.
I want to read what mood disorders are.
Yeah.
So mood disorders are mental health conditions that primarily affect a person's emotional state. People with mood disorders experience extreme, prolonged, or inappropriate emotional responses.
Yes, the highs and the lows.
Yeah, like deep sadness, hopelessness, or intense highs that don't match what's happening in their lives. Yeah. So some common types of mood disorders would be major depressive mood disorders, also bipolar disorders, persistent depressive disorders. These are the dementias.
Yeah.
This is the chronic, less severe but long-term form of depression.
Oh, it's a dementia as well.
Yeah, there's a dementia type of mood disorder. And then there are the major depressive disorders are the long-lasting periods of deep sadness and loss of interest in life. Yeah, and the bipolar disorder type of mood disorder is alternating periods of depression and abnormally elevated mood. Yeah, this would now the interchange, alternating periods of depression and abnormally elevated mood. Abnormally elevated mood. So mania or hypomanias. And then there's the bipolar. The bipolar disorder is formerly called manic depression. Is a type of mood disorder. A person with bipolar disorder experiences extreme mood swings that include emotional high, that's the mania or hypomania, and lows depression. So, and there are also different types
of bipolar,
which is bipolar 1 disorder, and then there's bipolar 2. And then there is cyclomythic disorder. I think my last class I came and told you, so we learned this and we learned about disorders, some of these things. So the bipolar 1 disorder, these are periods of severe mania and often also severe depression. Patterns are the bipolar 2 disorder, patterns of hypomania, a less intense form of mania and depression. So one is a bit higher. And then cyclomythic disorder, frequent mood swings that are less severe than the full bipolar episodes. So they have highs and lows. And when we were learning, especially the bipolar, one of the students in the class gave us an example. He just remembered and said, "Why is this what I saw?" He was just in a matatu, and I also give an example, something I experienced. I was just in a matatu, and a guy who was seated at the back just stormed out very quick. He was just seated there, normal, stormed out very quick. And then he removed his shirt and covered his face. And then he's walking out of the bus, of the matatu, with his shirt over his head. And then he got down. And then he was running from the back to the front. So it's like he was hitting people as he's running. Then he got down outside the matatu. When he got outside the matatu, he's like behaving like he's shocked or like something is happening. And then he took a stone and he threw it and almost hit, and it hit a door of a supermarket. It's just that it hit the side of the door. See how you open the door and the door is on this side. Didn't enter inside. So it hit the side of the door. That's what happened.
Where?
And then he breathed, and then he was like, it was an episode. That's done. So he just had an episode, less than a meeting, a minute. And then the people who were there, they came running, and then they wanted to beat him. And then one of them said, "No, maybe this guy is sick." So they started asking him, "Why are you doing that?" He's like, what did I do? I've not done anything. I didn't know you just hit the supermarket. Look at, what are you even talking? I have no idea what you guys are saying. And looking at his hands, he has, the dirt from picking the stone. And he had no idea what they were talking about. And then I remember, so that was an episode. So sometimes those episodes will happen and you'll find that this person has a mental condition. So last week, but one, I was seated in a bus coming home. I don't know whether I told you. Can't remember if I told you. I don't know. So I don't know, I found it strange, but it was only triggered, brought back to memory now with the class. This happened before I went to class. So now I'm seated in the matatu. Somebody comes and sits next to me. He sat, and then he had some snacks. He had French fries and I think samosa. And a soda. So he sat, still waiting for the bus to be full. So he's eating. Just by the time the bus is getting full, he's done eating his French fries and soda. So I'm seated by the window and he's sitting next to me. And then there's the aisle, and then somebody else, and then somebody else on the window. So he wraps everything up, and then he goes over to the person seated on the other side of the window
to throw it out,
and told her, "Take this and throw." That lady was like, "Huh? What? You've just eaten and throw." The bus hasn't started going. No, the girl told him, "Why? Why do you want me to throw for you? Just throw it for yourself." And he stood, looked at the door, looked at the girl, this is a young guy. Looks like he's in his late teen, maybe he's about 19 or 20. looking at the girl, and then looking outside. And he decides to go back to sit. The bus is not moving yet. So he sat and threw it at his feet. And then he sat and the bus started going. And then he went onto his phone. And then all of a sudden, I hear him, well, the guy tells us to pay, we pay. Of course, he uses his phone to pay. And then he starts talking to himself.
Oh.
He starts saying, no, but that lecturer, he starts speaking as though he's picking up a conversation. He's talking to himself. You know, me, I'm there just on my phone doing something.
Monologues.
Yeah, I'm just doing something on my phone. And then later he starts talking to me. What do you think? They want the dollar. But if they want you to pay with the dollar, but that is not your currency, what would you do? So now the thing he's asking me is not even related to the conversation he's having with himself.
Okay.
Totally
Yeah,
east and west. He starts talking to me. So I'm like, I would use my currency or the easiest currency.
That's what you told me.
Yeah. I would use the easiest currency or the one that I can access.
Yeah.
It's like, no, but they want the dollar. But if you don't have the dollar, so the question is asking, he's also mixing himself.
Yeah.
So I don't even understand what he's saying. My answers are not making sense to him. So he tries to have a conversation with me, and I think I gave up and I kept quiet. And then he continued, he changed the subject, talked to himself, and then sat there, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
People are sick. Yeah, are sick. But he looks like he was coming from college,
I met as young guys. Yeah, the young guy I met in rehab, and I think I liked him. I just felt for him. He looked well-to-do, so from a well-to-do family, and he was carrying a backpack and had always earphones on, headphones. So interesting guy. It's good English, and as I'm saying, he must have been from a well-off family. The guy I never used to get him, but he used to like want to diagnose me. So I never told me, tell me your story. So and then I'm telling him, then he's like telling me, so you're shell-shocked. I tell him, and that's a new word. So I'm like, it makes sense. Maybe I'm shell-shocked. I can't speak. That's why I can't speak out what I want to say. I think you're shell-shocked. And I think I know what to do. Do you have a diary? Keep a diary. Yeah. So I think I liked him. Then I remember my bro visited in the rehab, and the guy kept on talking to another facilitator. No, there was an Indian girl. I don't know, was she a patient as well? Where? And he kept asking her who their gods are. Hey, man, he went on. You know how to say, he said, I'm a charmer. He was charming. I kept on going out of topic and sensitive topics. Yeah, I remember him in his phone and starting to sing aloud and say what the words are saying. It's a rap. He used to listen to rap. So yeah, those young guys, they're troubled.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, even what I learned about what I was getting treated, when I was talking to this at the reception of the doctor's appointment, I used to talk to the nurses, the attendants who are the receptionists, and they're like, they liked me a lot, really liked me a lot. Today they still like me, and they're like, but I know what you had been treated is what everyone else should be treated in this Nairobi. Yeah. So I'm asking, what do you mean? Do you see people who can have a pen, and maybe they put it on their ear, and they start looking for the pen? That's what you're being treated. It means that everyone who's working this Nairobi, you have the same stimulus that are the same stimulus, what do you call them, that is working for everyone. Everyone is going through traffic jam in the morning.
Yeah.
That's a stimulus. Everyone is going through...
It's a stressor.
It's a stressor. Everyone is going through a bad boss.
Yeah.
So everyone is going through the same thing.
Yeah.
And so everyone is sick.
Yeah.
It's only that, Brian, we don't have, not everyone has come into this office to receive medication. So they can do without medication. But you started medication, so you're dependent on medication. Man, I'm like, okay, they made it easier for me. I was like, okay.
Makes you feel like you're not alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is that easy. Yeah, so that's what you're being treated. And you know them, they're better off placed because they've seen so many people into the clinic and they can tell where this one is at, where this one is at.
Yeah.
So my ears is just, and you remember that funny incident with my daughter when we were going to church?
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah, I remember. So he's talking on phone. Yeah, he's talking on phone.
Well, we should lighting the matatu.
Yeah, we are lighting the matatu and then he's on the phone. And then he's like, wait a minute, babe, I forgot my phone in the matatu. I forgot my phone in the matatu. And then we are like,
Joy laughing. I remember Joy laughing.
Yeah, he laughs and says, you're very old. You're talking on your phone, telling this guy to wait, and then you're telling me you forgotten your phone in the matatu.
You know, my mind had just shut that I'm on phone. I'm thinking I've left my phone. And I'm on phone. Then you're like, see on your phone. So you see, that's what I'm talking about. The pen is here. But you're
asking where's my pen. Yeah. So we are sharing this so that, I mean, and we are a normal family. Yeah, you're a normal guy.
Yeah, so I remember now going back to where I went to schizophrenia, and I thought I'd make a difference. Okay, I don't mind making a difference in society. I've learned so much. I remember sharing with them and asking when you sit down and we are having sessions like, what would you tell caregivers? Okay, so that's where now I can hold you as a caregiver.
Yeah.
The person you're with, maybe your spouse, your mother, your father, your brothers, are your caregivers. We are there. I am the one who's affected, but you are also affected in that you're a caregiver.
Yeah.
Caregivers burn out. So we were looking at how to handle a caregiver, and what would be the biggest thing for a caregiver is number one, they can burn out.
Yeah.
Burnout is real.
It is real.
It's real. So as a spouse, yes, look out that you don't burn out. Also share what you're going through.
Yeah.
It's good for therapy. Share what you're going through. Allow yourself to share it out and just let it out, because burnout is real. But what I realized for myself that really worked as a patient, or rather as a what do I call myself? Patient. Is that love beat everything. Love. And I was, when I was so that these people don't understand how I'm calling myself schizophrenic, I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm maintaining a job. And now from there I went into driving Uber. Yeah. And I always ask myself, how comes whenever I get a trip to the airport, despite, of course, you may tell me it's a cash, but I had that thing for airport. I love the airport. So this is how it works in Uber. I get early. I start early start at 4 a.m. And the first thing we used to do, that time was as my destination where I was coming from was Riverside. So my first trip I would want to get is I would pray I get a airport trip. So what do I do in terms of productivity? Because the app can allow you to put a destination. My first destination was the airport. And I lie down and I wait for a call, for a request. And the first thing would be a request at the airport. 4 a.m., 4:30. I would rush that guy to the airport. And Riverside to airport, there's no traffic at that time, so you just maneuver into pub. I would just drive and leave them at the airport. And you know what I do? Instead of sitting there and waiting for a trip back, which you'll never get at that hour, or you would get but later on after you queued. Because now what happened is with Uber, when you get into the airport, you'll find that people got there before you. Yeah. Maybe there are some people who worked overnight. So they ended up in the airport in the morning, that early 3 a.m. So they're in the queue. So they put you in the queue. So you look at the queue, man, you're at 55. Now you wonder how many planes should land for you to get a request. What do I do? Me, I drive back. I have fuel. I drive back on the to Riverside, 5:30. I put a second destination, airport again. And I would definitely get an airport trip. Good trips, they used to pay 1,500 or 1,700. That was good money at that time. And I would go the second time. Now when I get there, now I queue up. And I queue up, I don't mind. I pull my seat up and sleep.
And you sleep.
I would join the conversation of these guys. So we take tea with them. The drivers are there. They're always there with so much story to give.
Yeah.
They're funny guys. You should hear them. And I would drink and I would just wait. I listen to them. I say, enough of that. So the stories, I go back to my car and I pull my seat back and I take a snap. And when the trip comes, surely he will come. But later on, maybe 7:30, you've been there from 6. So it's a morning that you've just taken a break. So I was asking myself, why do I like this airport so much? Until one day the story came back to me. Do you remember how you were received? And I remembered seeing my uncles, my mom, my dad. They're all waving. Nobody's showing me that you've made a mistake. Nobody's judging me. I could tell it was love. And that's why I understood. That's why I love the airport so much. Yeah.
Because it makes you feel it's somewhere you go to feel loved.
Yeah.
It has a good feeling about it. Yeah. Wow.
And so that's where the caregivers was talking about the caregiving. Caregiving, if you give love, you've won that guy. So you find I find my friend, the guy who gave me cigarettes in the rehab, I find him later on after 6 years. I find him in the streets, still bad, still dirty. And now he's telling me, and he remembers me quite well. He tells me, Brian, I'm asking my friend, why don't you take your medication? Just take your medication. No. Now my parents, they want to take me to Madare. So he's ranting.
Yeah.
Tell him, man, do you see, I'm in the car, I'm driving, and so I've stopped, I'm talking to him. See, I'm telling you, look, my life is continuing. Look at yourself. Please take your medication. Because that's where my had settled in and I was feeling I have my comfort.
Yeah.
Then I remember, so these are the things which I was thinking. Now this family, they would know, the caregivers, they take it a different route.
Yeah.
Okay,
and actually love this person, love them, express love, show them love, and don't force them, like walk with them.
Walk with them, yeah.
Love conquers all.
Yes, it does. It does. For both sides, the caregiver shows the love. This guy will calm down. They'll calm down. It's a medication they'll take. I remember when I started relapsing after a breakup from medication, I remember some of my uncles would talk to me, my auntie, and they would come from that point of love. And I say, okay, let me go back to medication. I don't fight. My brother would come and tell them, okay, let's go see the doctor. Yeah, and I'd go back into medication. So it's not a point of being told, no, you're being bad. You continue that way, now we're going to use. No.
And also guilt tripping somebody because this, as it is, it's something that, for all honesty's sake, it was self-induced.
Yes, it was self-induced.
It didn't just come from anywhere. So your family would have, really guilt-tripped you, judged you. Why did you do this to yourself? So they were right if they would have gone that direction, but they would have lost you. Yeah, they would have lost you. Yeah, but here you are. You have a family. You have a good job, and I think we will also have you come back again on the show and also share now your career journey and how you are one of the best salesperson in the 254.
Give God the glory.
Yeah, we give God glory because how you do your job, you do your job very well, and unless you tell somebody, nobody would even think about anything of this sort. Yeah, so I think we're going to call it a show.
Okay.
For today.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. I think we will continue on with these conversations. If you are caring for someone who has a mental disorder, or maybe not even a mental disorder, someone who needs care, care for them. If you need help, reach out to people. There are so many people out there who would help. Sometimes they're scared of asking you whether you need help, because then they're feeling like you will feel like you're not enough for that person. Again, like, we need to be a society that cares for one another. There's a lady I see sometimes on TikTok, talking about how she cares, I think, for her brother and one of her parents, I'm not sure, but she's a caregiver, and sometimes she comes out, crying and saying how it's heavy. It's heavy on her, especially when you're helping someone who does not reciprocate. Like, you're helping someone who cannot say thank you. Someone who feels like you're a bother. You're washing them and they're pushing you. It's not easy. We understand it's not easy. I have not been there when you're really like relapsed, but I really appreciate your family.
You make it easy, baby. You make it easy.
I do.
Yeah, you make it easy. Yeah, because you see, you have a light. I think you don't really, maybe your expectations are not really done to all of them on me. You know where to take them. So I find it easy with you. You don't exactly what you don't expect much from me. You don't allow yourself to really push me that this should come from you, this should come from you. You allow us to go each step together, and I love it. So it becomes easy for me even to know that I have to take my medication, and then after taken, then I can be who I am, and I can take it without force, and I can just become myself. I love it that you've accepted me as I am. That matters a lot, meaning that yes, there could be more, but you're not looking for them more. You have what you have, and you're saying thank you.
But you're making it sound like I'm not missing out on anything.
No, it's not. That's what you do.
I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I don't feel like you're less of a man. Like, if I had, I've been married before and I've been in other relationships. I cannot say that there's something that those men had that you don't have. Like, you're a total man. When it comes to that, you're a total man, you're a total husband. Like, I'm not missing on anything. But there are some areas that call for humility from my side, understanding, and also knowing like the levels, because I understand that, stress is something that, can trigger a relapse, and I do not want us to get there. So I try as much as I can, when there's an issue, I better withdraw or find out how to bring this out. And, you've also made it easy for us to sit and resolve conflict in a good way. Like, we sit and talk. We sit and talk. We don't fight each other. We are on the same team, regardless of whatever is happening. So I think you have also made it easy for us.
Thank you.
Karibu.
Thank you.
All right, let's call it a show, a night, a day, whatever time you're watching. Thank you so much for keeping it here. If you would like to get in touch with us, here are our contacts running through at the bottom of the screen. So get in touch with us. You can talk to us. You can hang out with us. We can walk with you. We always tell you that we are free to walk with you. We are not perfect, are we? We have our challenges, but we are blessed. We are blessed because we have learned how to walk together, and we take each day at a time. We understand each other, and we try as much as we can to just be each other's pillar. So if there are areas in your life that you feel like the Rukenyas can really help you with, or help you navigate, feel free to get in touch with us. Text us on those numbers, inbox us on our social media platforms. If you want financial advice, you want to buy insurance, savings, Brian
stay tuned. Coming shortly.
Very soon he's going to share like a whole Is it going to be a talk or
Yeah, of course.
yeah, a talk on everything that he does?
Call it finance wellness talk.
A finance wellness talk. Good job. All right. So let's get you subscribing, share, comment, and
Bell.
ring the bell.
Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye. See you again next week.
Bye.
Bye.